Well, welcome back. So next for you, we have another great artificial intelligence use case. This time, it's on the subject of conversational AI in action, how to build a voice bot in under 15 minutes. Here to share some tips and advice, please welcome your presenters from Cognigy, Teusz, who is the conversational AI trainer, and Sebastian Glock, who is a senior technology evangelist. Over to you, chaps.
Hi, and welcome everybody. Thanks, Anushka, for introducing us. I'm Sebastian, with me is Alex, so thank you for the friendly introduction. We're very happy that you're having us today. And we're gonna give a quick presentation and some slides on, like you said, how to build a voice bot in under 15 minutes. So Alex, if you could bring up the slides.
Yes, no problem.
Wonderful. Good, that is the two of us again, a bit closer to the screen. So in order to make it in time through those 15 minutes, I'm gonna keep my intro part really short and just give you a bit of context on, well, conversational AI. But I'm not gonna start with the definition of it, but rather with a personal look at what conversational AI is. So I grew up in the 80s, and my first childhood hero was a brave human being with a black leather jacket and his conversational AI-powered partner. So this guy, he's also responsible for the reunification of Eastern and Western Germany, but that's probably a whole different story. So well, it just broke, Alex. Good, thank you. So what I'm trying to say is that not too long ago, like a person talking into their wristwatch and speaking to their self-driving car, that was completely science fiction. It was unbelievable that that could at one day become true. But today, that doesn't seem too far-fetched. Like everyone's wearing the Apple Watch. Autonomous driving is almost in foreseeable sight. So the same is true for conversational AI. That is more or less already a commodity. We talk to machines almost every day. It's the hands-free control of the entertainment system while you're driving. It's the chatbot sitting on websites. It's the smart home appliances that you might use at home to control the lights in your living room. And all of that is used by millions of people basically every day. And it's increasingly convenient to be used and increasingly powerful. And the reason behind that is because it's so frictionless. Human language is the most natural way for us to interact with each other. And it can also be the most natural way to interact with machines if well done. So what powers conversational experiences? That's a conversational AI platform. And I'm not going to dive too deep into the architecture, but what it essentially does is it bridges the world where the end users sit, the channels they love, and the things they do every day with the backend systems of organizations. So there could be like a shop system, an ERP or a CRM. So wherever something can be done or where some information sits, conversational AI is the blue box in the middle, and that makes it accessible and controllable for everyone at every point of time, wherever they are. The two key components of conversational AI are the language AI, which sits here on the left-hand side. That is essentially the natural language understanding, and that makes the bot smart. It is what understands user requests, gets the intents behind it, and turns it into processes. And the other component is the dialogue manager. That is the UI that you need to orchestrate those experiences. That's what the business users need to make conversational experiences real. On top of that, I just want to point out to that blue arrow that points down. That is the arrow that goes to human agents. In a real-life scenario, conversational AI can't do it all. It is very well capable of solving a million things, but for a lot of use cases, you will need human beings. And we're going to see that in Alex's use case in just a minute. So what you're going to see in Alex's demo is him setting up a voice bot in under, well, let me think, about 12 minutes. He's going to use the orchestration layer of Cognigy AI to do that. And then we, if all of that works out, we're going to see it in action. And with that, I'll hand it over to Alex.
Super duper. Thank you very much for handing it over. I will now share my screen again and show you the Cognigy AI platform in action. So 1 second, please. Let us dive into the platform. So what we see here is Cognigy AI in the trial version. So I created an inspired AI webinar project with 3 clicks and connected it to our voice gateway to provide these phone call opportunities. But for now, it is doing nothing. So we now want to build a simple use case where you can call the AI, then get information about your order, and then get forwarded to a human agent, so a human live support agent. And for demo reasons, this human support guy will be Sebastian. So let us build something. So we build flows in Cognigy, and when we create a new project, we have a flow called main. So this flow is it's like a logic tree where we include all the logical steps we need to decide what to do regarding the incoming message. But since a simple hello world use case, when it say hi, is not the thing we want to get, is that we want to use NLU. Like you see, we're doing nothing at the moment. So we now want to create intents to get the information about the message the user is sending to us via chat or via voice. So the first thing I want to do is go into NLU and create another intent. So this intent could be called order status. So I want to get the latest information about my order. And now we need example sentences to tell our AI that I want to get information about my order. So what is the status of my order? Something like this. Give me information about my order. I need some order info. What about my delivery? And who can you help me with my parcel maybe? Then we have another word. So save this. And then for the second little use case I want to show you in the phone call is that I want to get hand over to a human agent. So I will call this handover. I want to talk to an agent. Agent. So please hand over to a human. I need to talk to a support guy, maybe. Please forward me to an agent. And the last sentence. Could you please hand over me? So save this. Ta-da! Now we need to train the NLU. Please click the button. Let me reload the page. So, ta-da! Okay, now I can click the button. Now it's training our NLU and it's finished. And now we get a feedback. So the NLU tells us if our example sentences are good enough to provide a quite good user experience for this small demo. And now we can use this intent or these intents here in our flow. So we keep this here and create a lookup node. So we look up the triggered intent, so what the NLU think we want to do. So we click on the case, say, and this could be the order status, and here we want to handle if the user wants to get handovered. And this simple same message can be the default case. So when we start the phone call, I want to say something like, welcome to the Cognigy support center. Center with capital C. How to be polite, may I help you? Question mark. So this will be the message read out loud by the phone bot later. Okay, we have our welcome message because when we do not trigger an intent, we just go to the default case. Now the handover. So when I say I want to get forwarded to the human agent, then I first need to say something like, okay, I will hand over you to the human agent 1 second, please, so that the person knows, okay, I need to wait until the human will talk to me. So I can say something like, okay, I will hand over you to a human agent. 1 second, please. Go. Perfect. Save. And then I can now use another say node, and then go into the say node, and now I use the voice gateway channel in Cognigy to forward this information to the connected phone number. So when I click on the VG, I'm now prepared to do so. So I could now, for example, rename this so that I know I will hand over to agent maybe, so that I know in the flow, okay, this step is hand over to the agent. And later then, when I talk about the status of my order, I don't want to say something. I want to ask for the order number, for example. So delete this. Go to question because I want to ask something. I want to ask for a number because the order status has a number. So I can say something like, sure, I can help you with this. What is the order number? And then it will say, oh, my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. And then I can say, okay, now I could connect to my parcel system or to any kind of third-party system and get the information. But for demo purposes and time perspectives, I do not connect to any system. So I just say, okay, your order with the number. And then I use the number that was provided. So under my context, because I store the number, is on its way, for example, to your home. So, and now I have a very simple use case. So when I click on here and say hi again, yeah, it says welcome to the Cognigy Support Center. So, for example, and now I want to call a phone number because we're talking about voice bots. And then we have here the deploy section and endpoints, and we have the voice AI gateway. So this is now connected to my main flow I built a second before, and a colleague of mine connected this then before via using this simple URL here to our voice AI gateway because we have a demo number then. So I will now call this demo number and talk to our wonderful AI, I think. I hope that it works. So let me call the Cognigy number.
Welcome to the Cognigy Support Center. How may I help you today?
Hi, what's the status of my order?
Sure, I can help you with that. What is the order number?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Your order with the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on its way to your home.
Thank you. Please forward me to a human agent.
Okay, I will hand over you to a human agent. 1 second, please.
So now it's calling Sebastian, and then we can talk to each other here. Yeah, so now
Here you go.
you can.
Hey, Alex.
Alex?
Hi.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you. So let me end the screen sharing here. Perfect. So what we saw now is a very, very simple use case. So we created 2 intents. We had 10 example sentences, so 5 each. And we hand over a conversation to the agents. So in a real life use case, this could be a huge contact center, for example, where no human agent is available at the moment. And we want to prevent this long waiting queues for the support agents. So we could use AI then to provide this. And it works quite well, I think. So the pronunciation of this AI was quite well. It understood me very, very well. But this was just a small use case. So thank you very much, and nice, it worked.
I really love that. And not only did we say at the beginning that you would build this voice bot in 15 minutes, you did it in 12. Like, it's fantastic. So Alex and Sebastian, thank you so much. And I'm sure many of our audience are going to have questions for you. If you'd like to follow them through to the networking and speaker Q&A room, the link to that room is now going to be dropped by our wonderful team into the session chat. We'll be back very shortly after this quick break.